Okay, let's go. So let's talk about what types of essential oils Young Living actually provides. So we've already talked about why I'm doing these videos, why I have stuck with Young Living versus some of the other essential oil companies that are out there, what an essential oil actually is, and now let's talk about the different types of essential oils that Young Living offers. So first things first, I have a whole bunch of oils here, so I brought them all out. We'll be sharing and talking about them a little later. Can you see? All right, everybody can see. Okay, so the first type of essential oils, well, you know what? Let me recap real quick, just in case you did not, for some reason, watch the last video, which I hope you did. And that is, let's talk about how essential oils are actually derived. So there's three different ways. The first way is distillation. The second is pressed, and that's usually citrus oils. It can also be oils that come from seeds or nuts. So those are usually fatty oils, like, almond or grapeseed, things like that. Then you have distilled, you have pressed, and then you have absolutes. So absolutes were the oils where they use a chemical solvent in order to extract the essential oil from the plant material. However, please recognize Young Living only has a few of them on the market. One of the ones that are more common that people use a little bit more is jasmine. And just so you know, there is a potential for some chemical residual to still be in that essential oil. However, it would be in very minute portions. So it's not something that I would definitely, be like, oh, don't use that. No, it's up to you. It's a personal choice. But for me, I don't even concern myself with it. So singles. There are basically three different ways that Young Living provides oils to you. The first are singles. So I will give you an example. Peppermint oil. Oh, peppermint. So I actually am drinking peppermint, and we'll talk about that in another video. But peppermint is considered a single oil. So what that means is that this was derived from one type of plant. So if you look at the ingredients here, it will have on it, mentha pepperita, peppermint oil. And so that is all you will find in this 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oil bottle. So that is considered a single. Some examples of other singles are things like lavender, copaiba, frankincense. Woo, frankincense is amazing. The other types of essential oils that they have are blends. Now, blends are really important. Let me bring this over here so that I can just pull out from it. So I saw Gary Young about a month or so ago in Utah. It was the first time I had ever seen him in person. And I had heard people tell me that he was a true visionary, that when you met him, you would see and feel his heart. I don't want to say I didn't believe it, but I was like, well, we'll see. I'm one of those people that I'm like, let me experience it for myself. I will take someone's word up until a certain point. And so when I went to Utah and I had the opportunity to meet him, I actually felt exactly that. First of all, whatever your belief is, I honor that. So I call my creator God. I will tell you that God's hand is upon this man and that he's being used as a vessel. And I could feel it and I could see it. His heart is so big, so filled with gratitude that I wondered if when he made this amazing blend called Gratitude, because that's the other type of essential oils that Young Living provides. You have singles and then you have blends. So blends mean that there is more than one type of plant material in that bottle. So for example, this is a different kind. I got to peel back the label on this to read what's inside of it. Okay, so Gratitude has inside of it balsam fir, Idaho balsam fir, frankincense. I'll tell you what. Frankincense is an amazing oil. When I first smelt it years ago, I did not like it. One of the things that we always joke about is that if there's an essential oil that you really cannot stand the smell of, it is one that you desperately need. Lo and behold, when I looked into frankincense, yes, indeed, I needed it. So frankincense, coriander, myrrh, ylang ylang. By the way, myrrh, frankincense, biblical oils, just in case you didn't know. So the fact that they were considered of such great value, even during biblical times, should tell you a little something. I'm sorry, where was I? Ylang ylang. Ooh, ylang ylang. So for those of you that don't know about ylang ylang, it's an energy booster. And a lot of men really like ylang ylang. It is a great additive to creating an interesting bedroom environment. I'll put it that way. I know I'm talking in code, but you guys get what I'm saying. All right, so that's ylang ylang, and then it also has galbanum, also a biblical oil. Whew. Bergamot. Bergamot is a wonderful, emotionally uplifting and balancing oil. It has geranium in it, also uplifting and balancing. Also very good for supporting the endocrine system and also supporting the reproductive system for women. And then that was it. That was the last one in it. Just making sure I didn't miss any. Yeah, that was it. So here's a little note there. Galbanum, frankincense, and myrrh. All three biblical oils, all in the blend of gratitude. And then the other oils are all uplifting oils, so they help to support a positive outlook in life. Think about that and think about how he made that blend with a purpose to ignite in the hearts and the minds of many a sense of gratitude for all the blessings that we have upon us. I mean, this man said, I have never made a blend that didn't have a specific purpose for someone. And that's powerful, because what that means is that he's not pumping out. He's not saying, oh, let's just try to make some blends. This is not like a perfume factory where it's like, ooh, that smells good, but let's add a little bit of this or a little bit of that to make it smell a little sweeter, or a little this or a little that. He's not doing that. He's looking at how those essential oils and their molecular compounds support mind, body, spirit, how it all comes together synergistically to complement one another, and then work within the body in an enhancing way for all three aspects of our whole being. That is the amazing quality of these essential oils. I will give you another example of a blend that a lot of people will talk about. So grounding. You will find in the blend grounding that there are oils in it. These oils are white fir, black spruce, ylang ylang, pine, cedarwood, and angelica. So what you know right there by all of the tree family types that they have in this, so they have the pine, they have the birch, they have the black spruce, they have the cedarwood. So when you think about trees, think about roots going into the earth, being grounded. This oil is amazing. I will put this oil on me when I feel like I'm too much in my head, when my mind is going. I will put grounding on me. If I'm going to be doing an event or speaking, I will put grounding on me to keep me centered and balanced. Like a tree, let my roots run very deep. I'll give you another example. Valor. This one's Valor too. So we had an original Valor. It's presently out of stock because we are waiting for the blue tansy. I was trying to remember what oil it was. Blue tansy to come back into harvest. Unfortunately, our last blue tansy harvest was not good because there were excessive rains that season, and so they did not test the therapeutic quality. So instead of Gary putting out an essential oil that had a component in it that was less than ideal, that was not of the range that he holds these oils to be, you know, the standard that he's put, he went and actually did what's known as a reformulation. So he looked not only for essential oils that had similar compounds and how they can come together and also confirm that they work synergistically with one another, but he also looked within himself. He says he prays on these things. He prays for guidance. And when he makes that blend, it is for a specific purpose. So Valor 2 and Valor are known as the great aligners or balancers. Some people even refer to them as chiropractor in a bottle. Don't tell your chiropractor that though. And for me, I love Valor. I love the first one. And I thought to myself when the first one came out, the second one, I thought, oh, that smells a little different. I want my other Valor back. I will tell you that right now, I actually have grown to really like Valor too. It's really grown on me. And so what I like to do is I put it on my wrists every day. I will rub my wrists together and then I just I kind of hold myself in a centered position and I close my eyes and I wait for myself to feel that moment where everything just kind of pops into alignment. And so that is how I use Valor. I know some people who will go right up their spine with it. That's another way that you can use it. If you can't access your spine, guess what? On the bottom of your feet, which we're going to talk about in another video, you can access basically all the points of your body through the bottom of your feet. I won't stick my foot up in front of the camera just yet because I haven't prettified them for the camera. You have to wait. I'll make them nice and pretty for all of you. So singles, blends, and there's all types of blends. I mean, think about hope, forgiveness, awaken, believe, abundance. I mean, there's so many. So just by the title, the name on them, you can get an idea of what it is that they're supposed to be used for. So in addition to that, so we have our singles, we have our blends. He also provides blends in a roller bottle form. Isn't that fantastic? So this one is Breathe Again. And well, I'll tell you what, sometimes my respiratory system, in order to make sure that it's staying healthy, I will need a little bit of help. Especially, you know, as seasons start to change, sometimes we can have a little bit of discomfort. And so I'll use Breathe Again. I can rub it on my chest. I'll sometimes dab it on my sinuses. Sometimes I'll go at the base of my neck. We have some other pressure points there, which it can be really helpful for. And it just helps to support my respiratory system. So this is a blend that has in it eucalyptus. Eucalyptus has actually 3 different types of eucalyptus. It has rosehip in it. It has peppermint, balsam copaiba, blue cypress, and myrtle oil. This is a great blend. A lot of people love it. And the nice thing about the roller tops is that they're you don't have to put it in your hand and then rub it on. You can just roll it onto your body. So this one is Deep Relief. I love to talk about this one. So not only is Deep Relief really good for supporting your musculoskeletal system, but in addition to that, there's also always an emotional component to how these oils can support you. So for example, for Deep Relief, for me, and this is just for me, I'll share that with you, I sometimes get a lot of discomfort in my shoulders. Oh, they get tight. Sometimes I'll feel like I have a little bit of a knot underneath my shoulder blade. And if you look at the emotional component when it comes to shoulders, people will say, well, how do you know the emotional component? I'm all about resources. So one of the books that I love so very, 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 very much is Louise Hay. This is a great little book resource. It's not something you can get through Young Living. This is just something that I use in according to, you know, or in combination with some of the other practices that I do. So if I was to look up shoulder in this book, you will see under shoulder, I'm getting to it, hold on. Okay, shoulders represent our ability to carry our experiences in life joyously. We make life a burden by our attitude. Absolutely. When I first read this, because I was like, why is it that my shoulders are always having such discomfort? Well, I learned that, and when I kind of reflected on it, it was like, yeah, you know what? I am kind of carrying an attitude like everything's a burden. It's like, oh, what do I have to do now? Oh, where do I have to go? And so when I got Deep Relief, not only did it help to give me a nice little icy hot sensation because of the methyl salicylate in it from the peppermint, but also it allowed me to feel like, oh, pulling off those burdens. Those aren't burdens. These are just life's experiences. Oh, they're joyous. Oh, now I can relax my shoulders. So I don't know if any of you have ever watched people around you, but you may notice that they're kind of like this all the time. You know, everything is real tight and stiff. And then all of a sudden, when you drop your shoulders and you relax yourself, you actually feel differently towards life. You feel differently in your outlook at life. So this is just another example of how you can go ahead and use these blends for not only physical support, but also emotional support. And that actually goes the same for the singles as well. So with these roller bottles, isn't it great? You can just do it however you want to do it. Roll it right on. You can see my little shine going there. And then you just, if you want, you can rub it in, or you can just leave it to sit on your skin and it'll absorb within a couple of minutes. So with that, let me say this, not even a couple minutes, probably a minute. Do the essential oils stain your clothes? No, they don't stain your clothes. As long as there's no carrier oil in them, you're not going to see any type of staining. So I will talk about carrier oils in another video, but that is basically your introduction to the 3 different types of oils that Young Living provides. They provide singles, blends, and they also provide blends in roll-ons. Okay? Wonderful. Looking forward to the next one with you all.